And we're live.
That was fast.
Very fast. Yeah.
Paul's like gone for a while, and he's just ready to go.
Yep. I mean, I thought we were starting an hour and a half ago because I misread the time.
So you're super ready.
Yeah, I was just like, don't block me in any appointments for the rest of the day. I gotta do this. I gotta do this thing. I gotta come back and talk about video games.
Right.
Yeah.
Before that, though, talk to us about your trip.
All right. I went on a trip. I'm back now, so I'm ready to talk about video games.
This is a good trip.
What do you want to know? Ask me anything.
I don't know. Well, give us some highlights. Run us through, like, I don't know, chronologically, some highlights.
I mean, it was all good except the flight back was fucking terrible because it was delayed. And that almost screwed up a connection, and you know how that goes, obviously. But, I don't know.
Where did you have to connect?
Connect in San Fran.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, first day was a write-off, travel day, and, like, exhausted. We got to the hotel late at night, and, yeah. First real day, I guess we did, Akihabara a bit. Oh, not even.
Yeah, I don't know. Did we say on this episode you were in Japan? I don't. Was that mentioned?
In this episode, probably not. But I mean,
okay, just in case.
I'm assuming you guys said that last week, if nothing else.
Right, but in case this is their first episode, I don't know.
Okay,
start the story right.
Right. Fair enough.
Okay, so Akihabara, you went first day.
Yep.
I think that place is cooler at night with all like the lights and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we were there for the whole day for like 12 hours, and I was exhausted and didn't ever want to go back to that place. That place is not the busiest place, but there's definitely a lot of shit to do there. A lot of pachinko, and yes, I did look for Konami pachinko in like every parlor we went in.
Did you find it?
No. The one I found that I was like, yeah, all right, that's kind of dope, was a Resident Evil Revelations 1 machine, but, like, it was on the $4 floor, and I was like, I'm not spending 400 yen per play. That's fucking ridiculous. So,
did you play any pachinko? When I was there, I did not.
I didn't, because couldn't find any of the machines I wanted.
Okay.
Like, yeah, if I had found Silent Hill or specifically Snake Eater, I absolutely would have. For sure.
Okay.
And I was looking pretty hard for them. And, that was kind of a whole task by itself, because all those stupid pachinko parlors are, like, kind of right beside each other. So there was just a lot of walking around in smoky, crappy, loud.
Yep. Super loud.
Yeah, super loud. Yeah. Other than that, that day was pretty much just getting a feel for the city and, like, getting around and trying some food and stuff like that. And nothing too special. We went to a lot of arcades. And, I was gonna play some stuff, but a lot of the stuff I wanted to play had, like, not a lineup for it, but it's obvious there were people waiting for it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna wait around to play video games. That's fucking stupid. Like, we're in a different country. We should see stuff. So, we kind of left, rhythm games over there. Like, those people are crazy. They're absolutely insane.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, anybody who thinks they're good at all at rhythm games need to go over there and just, like, see how wrong they are, because it's dumb. It's absolutely...
Did you get... Sorry, did you get to see that crazy 4-player dancing game?
Yeah. The one where it's kind of freeform, because it's just like there's no, like, buttons. It's just like a pad that reads, like, where your feet are.
Yeah.
Essentially. It's, like... I don't get it. I don't understand how technology works anymore. Like, I'm that guy. I can feel me getting old, because DDR made sense. This is a button thing you have to do. That was just like, just be in this area and do what it shows on screen, and somehow machines will tell what you're doing. And I don't understand how that works at all. But, yeah, a lot of dancing games. A lot of, I don't know what game it is, but the one where you, like, put your hands on the screen and, like, move shit around. Kind of like a Minority Report thing. And, like, it was hard to tell what they were playing song-wise, because it just sounds like assaulting you when you walk into those places. So, it, like, I don't know how the hell, unless you're in front of the machine, you don't know what people are playing. So
I bet when you're like that good though, like they're not even listening to like the tune.
Maybe. I honestly couldn't tell you. I did notice it seemed like the people that go there frequently because they have like the bottle of water ready for like when they need to take a quick break. They have the gloves on so that their fingers don't like wear out and so that they can slide easier on like the little mechanical keyboards and all that sort of thing. Like they're there for the day sort of thing. And it's weird. Just being from like a culture where we kind of killed that whole scene, like arcades and getting together in one place to play video games. It's weird that there's just like, oh no, these people, like, this is their life. They are here for like 10 hours just to do this every couple of days.
Right.
Yeah. So
I feel like arcades are coming back a little bit. Like we're getting a lot of barcades and stuff now.
yeah. Maybe one day.
And you guys have like Rec Room.
Yeah. That's all we have.
So.
But yeah, it's something. I guess. There's that.
Did you do any, when you were in Akihabara, did you do any like game shopping?
No, there wasn't any way I was gonna waste money on video games.
Okay. So you didn't buy anything while you were there? Or game wise?
Game wise, no. Like I bought little souvenirs for people and stuff like that, but like I wanted the money we spent to be part of experiences, not things I could buy from Amazon and have them shipped to me. So we just kind of went with that attitude. And like I did some shopping in that I went into the stores and like looked around and saw some cool stuff, but like I didn't have any intention to buy anything. And also, okay, like it seems like it's probably a different time than when you went, because I wouldn't say the games there are cheap. They're like a minimum of $10, like for things that are garbage. So it seems like maybe they wised up and they're like, hey, a lot of tourists are coming here. Let's crank those prices up a bit.
Maybe. I mean, it was only like a few years ago that I went, but again, all the like the real cheap stuff that I was picking up was like those Sega Saturn stuff.
Fair
like
enough.
The DS games and stuff I was picking up, they were still like, $30 or whatever.
Even some garbage Saturn games and stuff were like $15-20. Like it wasn't worth it.
Okay.
So I think that they might have caught on that like they can charge a little bit more because people are buying that stuff. Either that or they're just trying to gouge people, which could be as well.
Maybe.
Some places. But like I'm sure the locals there know of the little like corner stores that actually like are the places you should be to shop for that stuff. Obviously as a tourist, sure. I didn't. I just went on the main drags for the most part. Yeah. Next day we went to Ueno Park and just spent a day at the park and like chilled out, saw the cherry blossoms, all that sort of stuff. Basically the thing I wanted to do. And
okay,
that was just a chill day. A lot of walking, but that's just kind of Japan in general because there's nowhere to sit in that fucking like anywhere in that country. Their benches are not so rare. It's to the point where they don't have benches really. They have like areas that you can lean against to like. They have like
I remember a lot of railings.
Yeah, they have a lot of leaning railings. They don't like people sitting around. So
kind of the same idea though. All the streets are super clean.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that.
There was only one area that I was just like, oh, this is dirty. But like the reason I was able to recognize that was because everywhere else was clean. So.
Yeah, there's like no garbage on the floor. Because I remember I was like walking around one time and I was eating like an orange. And I was like, gotta get rid of this orange peel. And I could not find a garbage.
Yeah,
like,
there's no
anywhere.
garbages in that fucking city. Like anywhere in Tokyo. It's crazy. So I don't understand how they keep it so clean. Not only that, but they actually have to separate all their garbage. Which is super annoying because that means that they package everything in individual little things. It's just, ugh. I hated packaging and stuff in Japan. I couldn't stand it.
Okay.
Other than, like, we went out of the city for 3 days or so. We went to Hiroshima and Kyoto for a day or so. And those were fine. That, like, memorial of the A-bomb blast is one of the saddest places on Earth, and it's just terrible.
Sure. Did you go see the building that like was still standing?
Yeah.
The shell of it? Yeah.
Yeah. That thing is like right there in front of you when you get off at that station for the cable car, and it's just like, oh, okay, I guess we're here. There's a huge
right. And there's a museum as well. I went to the museum.
The museum, is that the same as the memorial, or are you talking about the different? Because there's a memorial.
It's near the memorial.
Well.
It's like a little further down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Besides like Auschwitz and some of the like camps from like that whole thing, like that has to be one of the saddest places on Earth, though. That area.
Sure.
Just terrible. That was just such a somber day.
Yeah, all the paper cranes and such.
The paper cranes, yeah. Yeah, that was interesting, though.
I saw you went to Miyajima.
Yep.
And you got to see that, like, I don't even know what it is. The thing out in the water that when the shore's gone, you can walk up to it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't go early enough for the high tide. The high tide was like at 5:30 a.m. or something. So we missed that part, and we weren't going to be able to stay for the next one, because the next one was like a bit later than we could handle.
I don't think I saw high tide either.
Yeah, it's too bad, because I would have liked to have seen that, but yeah, we went during the day, so we were able to walk up to it at least and saw that whole sort of thing. And that whole island in general is just like beautiful, and I don't know, like pictures can't even describe.
Are there still like deer just everywhere?
Oh yeah, there's just deer everywhere.
Yeah, I remember they would just come up to you trying to get food. Like they were not afraid of humans.
Yeah, no, they want your food. Yeah, but they like, you can pet them and like stuff. They like that, and they want your food to the point where they will harass people, and it's real funny to watch. Especially like the children and older people that are scared shitless of these like deer that are just following them.
Well, that's a weird thing as a tourist. Like you don't expect a deer to just like start nipping at your hands.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And then there's signs everywhere saying like be patient with the deer and stuff like that. So you know that there's been some assholes screaming at deer at some point, and I can see why, but like that would have been great to see somebody lose their mind at a deer. Yeah, and then we went to the aquarium there as well, which had like a bunch of different things from the ocean in that area, and it was super creepy to see what's under that water in that area, and just weird shit like that.
Why is it like different than the water in your area?
I mean, we don't have like octopus, so yeah.
Okay.
Also, we basically don't have water here.
Well, I mean, BC has water.
Right, but I don't live in BC, so what's your point?
Because you've been to BC. I feel like you haven't been to a coast before.
I have been to a coast, yeah. What else did we do? So, like,
talk about some food. What did you eat? What were some weird things or some really good things?
See, this is the weird thing that I came out of it, is that I realized a lot of the, like, good Japanese food you can kind of get in any major city now. Like, it's made its way over to major places. Like, even here in Calgary, I've had a lot of good Japanese food that tasted the same as there. There are a few standouts where, like, all of the seafood was obviously fresh, so anytime there was, like, fish on the menu or any of that sort of thing, it just tasted better because it wasn't flash frozen and shipped across a country or whatever. It was good to have the Hiroshima's version of okonomiyaki, which is this... Sorry, it sounded like you were about to say something.
Oh no, I was going to say that's like my favorite Japanese food. I had it for the first time in Miyajima.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Had you had it before going to Japan?
Yeah, it's kind of like this weird pancake thing with some noodles and usually an egg and like a meat of some sort mixed in.
Yeah, it's kind of like an omelet,
like a weird omelet,
noodly, cabbagey kind of thing.
Yeah. That's all held together.
Flattened down, so it kind of looks like a pancake.
Yeah, it's kind of held together with like this weird batter stuff, and yeah, it's super good. but apparently it's made a little bit differently in that area, so you probably had the same style I had from, like... And I don't know what the difference is really, because it all just kind of tastes the same in the end. It's the same ingredients. But, yeah, no, that was really, really good. There is, like, 1 or 2 places here that makes it, but I haven't tried it here in Calgary. I have tried it, I think, in Vancouver before. Vancouver has a lot, like, for anybody who lives in Vancouver, you have a lot of Japanese food and, like, Chinese food that is authentic out there, so you should try that shit out. The ramen tastes pretty much the same. The sushi was better just because it was fresher. I guess, like, the whole fact that they are obsessed with mayonnaise kind of throws me off, because I'm not huge... Yeah, they love mayonnaise on fucking everything. Okay. So there's there's just mayonnaise everywhere. It's just like the side you can get for everything, which is.
I noticed a lot of honeydew flavored stuff, and
like melon stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they were calling it melon, but I'm pretty sure it was the honeydew.
Honeydew specifically, yeah. And egg, a lot of egg stuff as well, which I'm not too fond of. I don't like egg generally, so. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe the food, I guess. It's pretty similar to if you've ever been to, like, a place that touts itself as authentic Japanese. It's pretty much similar tastes, just a little bit better, just because... Well, unless you live near an ocean, then it probably tastes the same, honestly. More than anything, it's just fun being in, like, a city that's just, like, always going. It's exhausting, though. Like... The pace of, like, I always felt rushed in Tokyo, specifically. Like, people are just walking fast all the time, and there's just people fucking everywhere getting, like, crammed in the train. It's crazy. I don't understand how that many people can live in such a small area.
Did you actually experience, like, the super crammed train stuff?
Oh, yeah, we were there in rush hour to the point where, like, we felt full, and then we stopped at a major, like... one of those, like, major hub stations, and, like, another 100 people got on somehow. It was...
Wow.
Yeah.
I never experienced that, luckily.
It's fucking gross. Like, it's real bad. And then, but for, like, the people that are there, they're just like, yeah, this is, you know, it's Tuesday. Whatever. This is our day.
Right.
Like, how are you all so close to each other? Why are you all touching each other so much? Everybody's just... like, all together. And then somehow small dudes and, like, ladies are able to get out of that madness when their stop comes. And I don't know how. They just, like, crawl through the people. And it's fucking weird, and I don't like it. I like having my space. So, yeah. I'd hate to be really short on that train. The short people were not the problem. They got through fine somehow. The tall people seemed like they had trouble getting through, and I don't understand why. I don't know how that worked, but, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to sum up everything, I guess. What I do know is that I'm sick of hearing that language. I'm sick of hearing Japanese for right now.
Whoa.
I'm just fucking sick of it. It was so nice to come home and be able to order in English and not have to say thank you after every little thing. Like... Yeah, it was nice coming home and just ordering, like, a black coffee and not being, like, looked at like I'm retarded.
Did you not encounter many, like, Japanese people that can speak English? Because I've actually found it pretty easy to get around.
In the service industry, it was fine. Yeah. The ones that don't speak English usually have an English menu that you can point to, and they're like, yeah, okay, and then everything's fine.
Lots of pictures, I remember.
But, like... being not Japanese there, you can, like, people are looking at you all the time. They're like, yeah, you don't necessarily always feel welcome there. And that's fine, because I don't really care. But, it was just nice to be home and just, like, not have to worry about the language barrier and making sure that I'm getting what I actually ask for. A lot of times, like, things were misinterpreted just because... words sound similar. I'm trying to think of one right now. Coke and cone was a problem. Like, I wanted, like, a Coke, and they gave a cone of, like, ice cream. Like, it's just weird little things like that.
That's not the end of the world.
Huh?
Ice cream's great.
It's fine, but like it's just one of those like examples of you ask for something, but like you very specifically have to just be like this one right here that I'm pointing at.
Sure.
Yeah, for some things. Right. Some things are fine because their English name is what they know it as too. But those instances were great. Whereas this like coffee is actually one of them. Coffee was fine to order, but everybody wanted to give me cream and like sugar and their like little sugary syrup stuff all the time, and then I was just like, no, like black, and it seemed the weirdest thing in the world. Also seemed like the weirdest thing in the world when I would want it hot, because they only drank iced coffee for like like all the time, and I like seemed like a fucking weirdo, I guess, because I'm like, no, I just want it in a cup. I don't want it any of your special way. I just want you to put it in a cup and give it to me. That's all I want. But
okay.
Yeah. Other than that, it's really just been the travel was absolutely terrible, and United Airlines is still the worst airline in the industry, and they prove that by not telling people what's going on, taking huge delays, and making a 4-hour layover, a 40-minute run through a terminal to try to get the other flight. Fuck United so hard. I hate them so fucking much. And they're just as bad in Tokyo as they are anywhere else in the world, so there's that. I guess.
Okay, well, I'm glad your trip was mostly good.
Yeah, no, that was the worst day, and it was the travel day, so I knew it would be the worst day. But as we'll get to when we're talking about games, I did play a lot of mobile stuff. That's a huge thing over there. It's just like everybody's on their phone just all the time. You're talking to them, they're just like on their phone talking to you. It's crazy.
Everyone's on their phone down here too. At least like if I'm on the train, everyone is on their phone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely a thing just everywhere. Just weird.
But yeah, let's get into the actual show.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been wondering what you're listening to for the past 20 minutes, it's the Top Down Perspective. And this is April 19th. And John's here.
Hey.
And Paul's here.
Hi.
And I'm here. And John, you've been pretty quiet. Why don't you talk about what you've been playing?
I haven't been playing much. I've only been playing stuff on stream. So Monday we cleared 2 games, Magical Drop 3 for the arcade and Cool Spot for the Super Nintendo.
Okay. All right. That fast food.
Yeah. Well, it's 7-Up. Like that's the old 7-Up motto, or mascot rather, the little dot with sunglasses.
Right. Yeah.
It was very 90s.
I was thinking of Noid.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, the Noid is the Domino's old mascot.
Gotta avoid. Yo, Noid is a great game. I still love that stupid garbage game so much.
Yeah, Cool Spot, you run around saving other spots by collecting cool points, and then you can free them from cages.
Okay.
It was an alright platformer. Yeah, that's all to describe, really. It was an alright platformer. Magical Drop 3 is a puzzle game. There's like 5 games in the series, so this is the middle one. It's a versus one-on-one where you have to like pick up bubbles from your board and then just move them in other places where they hit 3 in a row. And then you have to keep chaining to try to put garbage pieces on your opponent's side and stuff like that. It's really fun. Reese is super into it. So that was like my first time really getting into it, and It took a bit, but it was actually really fun. Otherwise, yesterday we played Thunderbirds for the NES, like based off the old Marionette show.
Oh, right. Okay.
And there's just straight up a shmup for the Thunderbirds on the NES.
Huh.
It was surprisingly okay, but also very brutal at times.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it would have that problem because like I'm looking at screenshots right now of the ships over water, and that era of gaming for me always gave me a headache anytime they tried to show moving water. It seems like
there are some points where it was just hard to see what the hell was going on.
Yeah, looks cool.
The cool thing about it was like you didn't really have lives so much as you had like a time limit. You had 60 days to actually like stop the bad guy. Going into a stage costs a day, and if you die in a stage, it costs you 3 days to repair your ship.
Okay.
So we managed to get to the final stage with 3 days left. So we would cut it super close, but then we kept getting our ass kicked on the final stage. So luckily there was passwords. But it's a hard shmup, but we managed to get through it. Like sometimes it can be forgiving, sometimes it just seems evil, and just finding that weird balance in between is the hard part.
Mm.
Yeah, it was all right. We played a little bit like another Thunderbirds game in Japan as well. It kind of sucked. It was a Super Nintendo one. It was just kind of eh. It was more like the show, but like not as good, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
And then we just played a bunch of F-Zero for the rest of the night. So
that sounds like the
original F-Zero?
No, we played one of the Game Boy Advance ones, and then we played the GameCube one.
Okay.
Played a bunch of that ridiculously hard story mode.
Never played it.
It's really hard.
GX, is that the GameCube one?
That's the one.
Right.
That's where you get those great interview questions, though.
Oh, they're so good.
They're
the clips
so
are
good.
Dude, there's so many things about that game that are great.
Yeah.
The songs that every like person has like customized to them is hilarious. Like the music to the story mode is amazing. Just like if you listen to like the lyrics and like the music when they're playing the cutscenes, it's just hilarious. But the difficulty spike is just insane.
Yeah. That
like
was
getting through
my favorite.
Getting through a story stage on normal is hard enough, and then there's 2 other difficulties past that. And it's just like that's the only thing I remember that game for now, is just how insanely difficult it is.
I remember the rubber banding being super fucking brutal.
Yep.
Like where
100%.
you are like doing real good, and then nope, just kidding.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
that's entirely what happens. It's awful.
Yeah, I remember that being a problem for sure.
Also, the unlocking system kind of sucks too. There's like 30 cars you can get, and like there's a bunch of super secret ones. You start with 4, and you get tickets for completing Grand Prix or doing story mode. The problem is each story mode chapter you have to buy the next one using tickets. And the amount of tickets they give you when you beat a story chapter is not enough to buy the next one. So you have to start saving up tickets to buy the next story chapter, and which means you're not buying the other racers.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Really
so like
bad.
my save file is like 2/3 through story mode, but I have no one unlocked. That's about all I played.
Cool. Sean, what about you? What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? I've been playing the closed beta, I guess, for Sky.
Oh, okay.
Which is the new game from that game company.
So is this Flower again? Basically? Because it looked like it could be roughly that, where you control like the wind.
No, it seems closer to like Journey.
Oh, okay.
In terms of just like how you're interacting with stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is on the phone. This is a mobile game, and you have your little character who kind of just looks like the Journey person again. They got a big like cloak, and you just kind of swipe in the direction you want to move. And what's actually kind of nice is if you kind of swipe so that they start moving forward, and then just keep tapping that area, they'll just keep moving forward at like top speed, which is really nice. And for the most part, you're just kind of like moving around these environments and like lighting torches to like get this like, I don't know, currency that you can spend on random emotes or like different customization options. And there's not a ton in there for at least the customization right now. And then the multiplayer aspect, because they're still trying, like Journey, they're trying to do like a special multiplayer aspect to it. Other characters will just kind of show up in your game, and you can do an emote with them, or you can like high five them, or you can like give them currency, or I don't know. I haven't played a ton of it, and it kind of just seems like aimless at the moment. There's like a hub world that you do get to start in though, and then you go out onto whatever level you've unlocked. So that's different from Journey. Mm-hmm. But I've only put about half an hour to an hour in it. I would say it looks great, though. It looks super nice.
Yeah.
I really need to play more of it to see if there's any kind of like goal I'm going towards. But there's definitely stuff in there that it's just like, hey, this thing's under construction, so it's definitely like a beta. They have not added whatever they're going to do.
Okay.
So that's interesting. I've also been playing the first DLC pack for Assassin's Creed Origins. They've had a couple now. I'm playing the Hidden Ones, which is actually a new area. It takes place 4 years after the game. And it's more Assassin's Creed Origins, which is great. I really like it because it gives at least 2 new like huge fortresses for you to try and like take over and kill everyone in the fortress and like scope out, which was my favorite part of Origins, was just coming across and like going around the outskirts all stealthy and slowly dropping their numbers and whatnot. So they have some like really big ones in there that I'm enjoying. So that's more Assassin's Creed.
Cool.
I also just started a game called Mallow Drop.
I actually had to look this up right now because I don't know what this is. It looks interesting, like a puzzle game.
This is gameplay wise, it's like the ice slide puzzles in Pokemon games when you're in like a cave and you can like slide and you have to get from like one side of the ice to the other by like bouncing off rocks and whatnot.
Okay.
Which I'm getting like a flashback that I described another game somewhat recently with the similar idea, but I cannot remember what that game is. But anyways, so you're this little bird thing, and if I swipe to the right, I'll move in one line all the way as far until I hit something, and I have to try and get to the exit. But I have to try and collect like the 3 eggs or however many eggs there are in the stage before the exit will open.
Right.
What makes this one interesting, though, is there are items in the stage that will shift based on how you're holding your phone. So every 90 degrees you have to rotate will make blocks fall down. And that'll like allow you to get to different areas and whatnot. Oh. So not only are you swiping around, you also have to rotate your phone in 90 degrees constantly so that different options become available.
That's kind of cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know, it's a fun little puzzle game I'm enjoying right now. It was on sale like last week or something. Again, that was Mallow Drop. And then apart from that, I'm still playing some Far Cry 5. I'm still playing Thimbleweed Park.
I'd like to talk a little bit about Far Cry 5 with you because
sure.
I wasn't around since you had started it. What are your opinions on it so far?
I'm skipping all the cutscenes because I don't want to listen to them.
Totally, right? They're boring. Yeah. They're
boring, and they're just so heavy-handed, and
they're poorly written.
They can only call me a sinner so many times before my eyes roll out of my skull.
And it's just kind of like, Far Cry's never really had a great story, right? But like this is easily the worst one out of all.
Well, this is apart from Blood Dragon, this is like my first Far Cry game.
Oh, really? Okay. So the problem I have with this one specifically is that the big bad doesn't feel like I care at all about him, and like all of the other ones have had the bad guy be like super charismatic and like kind of like if he wasn't an evil asshole, I would get along with this dude. This guy's just like a crazy nut job, and like the people that you're fighting are just crazy nut jobs, and there's just nothing there for me character wise.
Yeah. So yeah, I know I'm ignoring all the cutscenes. I'm skipping every time someone's talking to me, and I'm just playing it co-op with a buddy, and that's a good time.
Oh, okay. So I have tried co-op since we last talked about this game, since I talked about it, and I don't like that the person whose session it isn't doesn't make progress in the story. That bugs me. That
part does kind of suck. However, what we noticed, let's say you're joining my game.
Right.
And we're doing a prepper stash that you have already done.
Yeah, no, you'll get the rewards.
You'll get the perk points again, which is really nice for you. You can like double up.
Totally. And that's totally fine. The thing is I don't want to see the story stuff again twice,
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the buddy I'm playing with, he's already finished the game, so he's just like joining my game and we're doing whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like ideal. For sure. The person I was playing with doesn't give a shit about the story either, so thankfully he was skipping a lot of that shit, and I was like, oh, thank God. I really don't want to sit through all this crap.
I'm finding issues trying to get enough resistance points or whatever they are
to like finish the area.
Like, yeah, you have to do like almost every mission available, especially if you never want to do a Clutch Nixon.
Oh, dude, I love the Clutch Nixon ones though.
I hate them.
I love them, except the wingsuit. Fuck that thing. That is the worst.
I did the first one, and it was like in a car, and it was like, okay, I had to do it like 4 times.
Oh, really?
And then I did a plane one that was absolutely absurd. Just in terms of like, I can't fly this plane very well, and I hate this, and it takes so long to like reload every time.
Okay.
And just like, no, so, I never do Clutch Nixon.
Okay, so let me explain to you why the wingsuit one sucks. Think the plane one mixed with like Superman 64, where you're going through rings, right? But you're in a wingsuit, you can't fly up, so you have to like control in first person this shitty like momentum thing where you're trying to like float down through these
just sounds
shitty
like the worst plane.
It's the fucking worst. It's so bad. The other ones I found real fun though. Like that one upset me, I will say. The salt flowed when I did the wingsuit one, but like the rest of them I found were fun.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay,
so if you're not doing Clutch Nixon stages, you have to do like every single other thing before you will get enough points, which is kind of annoying. Because a lot of the map is like fogged out. So I'll do like every story mission I can find and every side quest that isn't like a convoy, because by the time I fast travel over there, the convoy will be gone.
Yeah.
So then it just kind of turns into like, well, I guess I'm gonna just head east and hope there's like a barn over there with a story character I haven't found. Which for the most part, that's usually the case, but it takes like 30 minutes of just searching the forest before I find like, oh, there's another silo or whatever. Here we go.
Fair enough.
So that's happening. And so I haven't done the girls region yet. I just did the north region.
Oh, okay. That's easily like the worst one, but that's where you get cheeseburger, so it's...
So we get cheeseburger, which is awesome. I only use cheeseburger now.
Yeah.
Herc is also a funny dude. I like Herc. He's a good time.
Herc annoys the hell out of me, but yeah, he's fine.
he's got some good jokes. I think he's pretty funny.
He's got some okay writing.
The kidnapping stuff,
it'd
be fine if
it's so annoying.
It's like the weirdest narratively, because like I was wingsuiting one time, and my screen was going red, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? There's no one even near me. This makes no sense."
It's the worst. I
like talk to my friends. I just like stay up in this helicopter. Like what are they gonna? How are they gonna get me?
They get you.
Game's, nah, you're kidnapped.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
No, they get you. They always get you. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
But specifically the North guys kidnap missions, they're just all the same.
Yeah.
And like that sucked. That was so dumb.
Yeah.
Like at least the first guy, it was different. And now this guy's just like, ugh. And because you can't avoid getting kidnapped, anytime I would reach one of those, I would just like sit around for a while. Like, all right, I don't want to be like mission.
Totally. Yeah, no, they kill the pacing of that whole game. Those missions, they're terrible.
Found out is we were getting resistance points so fast at the beginning of the region that we would like as soon as we were done with one kidnap mission and do like one other mission, we're immediately supposed to get kidnapped. But I don't think the game wants you to do kidnapped missions that close together, so it just wouldn't happen for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
like it's super weird.
It is super weird.
Video gamey thing.
It's weird that you can put a silencer on like fucking everything. Oh, a machine gun? Sure, let's put a silencer on that.
My friend definitely had an incendiary shotgun with a silencer, and he could one hit any helicopter. So anytime a helicopter came up, I was like, "All right, you deal with that one."
Yeah.
It's and I mean, silly. That worked fine. Like I like sticking around. It just anything related to the story is like, please stop. I don't care.
Prepper stashes are fun. Those are great.
I would say I had more. I found more prepper stashes. I know there's a ton in there. I just can't find them for whatever reason.
You have to like read the notes and stuff. Those usually unlock their location.
I read most stuff, but maybe I'm probably missing something.
Oh.
And Far Cry Arcade is awesome.
Far Cry Arcade is very good. If nothing else, it's the thing that is like super important about this release, for sure.
Yeah. So I want to try more of that.
Yeah.
yeah, so that was Far Cry 5, and then this one I didn't so much play as hook up and watch, but I got a PlayStation VR.
I saw that. Yeah, I was a little jealous, a little bit, maybe.
So, so the one you saw actually didn't show up. That one from Dell, that one got canceled.
Wait. Okay.
I shared with you guys like a link, and I think I put it in like the Discord channel for a sale on the Dell one, because a few weeks back, PlayStation dropped its price to $300, and then Dell had another $100 off the Doom bundle, which has the latest model, so it can do the HDR pass through. Dell then was like, "Oh, we got too many, so we can't fulfill this shipment." Which I'm pretty sure it's like, I bet you just don't want to like honor this price because you guys messed up. But you know, what can you do? So I was like, well, that's the end of PlayStation VR. And then like earlier this week, what was the website? Oh, Monoprice had it for $100 off.
Oh, okay.
I was like, well, let's roll the dice again. And this one showed up in 2 days.
Wow. All right. A little bit of a difference. So, you haven't played around with it yet, right?
I set it up, and then my girlfriend really wanted to play Moss, like so do I.
That has like a perfect rating, right?
Moss?
Yeah. I think I saw like a news thing about that where it has a perfect rating on PSN.
I don't know, maybe. I know it doesn't have like 100 on Metacritic, if that's what you're implying.
No,
okay.
God, no.
But yeah, so we both wanted to play Moss, and I was like, here, you can play it first. So I watched her play like the first chapter. And I'm hoping she's playing it right now because I kind of want her to play it without me watching so that I don't know all the puzzle solutions.
Sure.
But that thing, it's, you know, I'm just in like the honeymoon phase. It is cool having a VR headset. Like, it's cool watching her, because this is the first time she's done any VR. Her being like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. And so that's cool as well. And it like lights up in a bunch of different ways, which is fun to see.
What version of the PlayStation do you have? Like, you don't have the Pro, right?
I have Launch.
You have Launch? Okay, cool. You'll have to let me know when you do something like maybe a little more intensive, how it runs, because that's what's holding me back from getting one, is I don't have like a PS4 Pro, and I'm wondering if it'll be like motion sick making. Well,
I mean, in terms of motion sickness, I think everyone's going to be a little different.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, like, they came out with this before the Pro came out, right? So it should run fine. I'm sure it runs better on the Pro, because like all do.
Right.
But yeah, again, like the only reason I got this was because they basically cut the price in half over the span of like a month.
Totally.
And at that point, it was like, all right, $200, and I've liked what the few times I have played it. Now I'm looking for wand controllers because I don't have either of those. And it seems like all the like really silly VR stuff requires the like hand controllers. Like I want to play some Job Simulator, some Rec Room.
Yeah.
Because right now the only game I have is Doom VFR. Which is that? Do you think that's virtual fucking reality? Is that what that stands for?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably right.
Yep.
And then I have Moss, which Moss just seems absolutely delightful.
Yep.
One downside though is the PlayStation VR cannot see me or the player if I'm sitting on my couch. So I have to put a chair, like basically touching the couch, just so I'm like an extra 2 feet, and then it's fine.
Oh, how far is your TV from your couch?
The head, where your head is, it's probably like from the camera. It would 8 feet, maybe 8 or 9 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty far. Okay, cool.
Oh, which I guess the good news about that is I should be able to do like some like room stuff, since I do have kind of a big living room. If I move the copy out of the way. But it just kind of sucks that I can't sit down on my couch to play this game. I have to bring a chair over. But I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I'll talk more about that probably next week when I actually play some stuff and play with the demo disc it came with.
For sure.
But yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting for sure.
Yeah.
Sean, I want to ask you before we jump over to news. Did you ever find you had a problem focusing when you were using it, like the seeing?
I have always had a problem focusing with it when I use VR. Yeah.
Yeah, because I went. Actually, forgot. I went to a VR arcade here in town on the weekend, and
Is
played
it the
with
one? Because I went one when I was up there. Is it the one near Is it Deerfoot Meadows? Wherever the IKEA is.
No, it's the same company, but they had a location by the Shaw Building.
I have no idea where that is. Oh,
On
I have no-
32nd?
near Sunridge Mall. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was blurry the entire time. I tried adjusting contrast and moving the headset around. It was just blurry for me nonstop.
but it was so the one I went to, they were using Vives. Was that the same for you?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I haven't used my PlayStation VR much, but I've definitely had problems in the past where it's like this, like on the show floors is where I mainly have played my VR stuff, and it's definitely like this definitely does not look as good as if I was just watching a TV. But yeah, I have had some focal stuff, and I've just been wondering, like, is that because they have it just kind of set to like someone else, and I'm just kind of putting a headset on? This one seemed about the same, where it was like, yeah, things don't look like super crisp. Like they kind of look like, I'd say like in between standard def and high def, if that kind of makes sense. So I don't want to say everything's out of focus, but it's like, okay, this is the text is a little fuzzy.
Gotcha.
That's how
Gotcha.
I've kind of always had it. I didn't have much of an issue when I went to that VR arcade though. But I wasn't reading much stuff, and I was playing like a zombie shooting thing, and I didn't have any problems. I was fine to play it. I'll have to kind of report back when I play like some extended sessions.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
I'm
that's
curious.
like when I'll get some like eye strain or something maybe.
Yeah.
When you did the Vive, were you able to use your glasses, or did you have
Yes. Yep. I was able to use my glasses.
Okay, yeah, because I know the PlayStation VR you can use your glasses. And I think one of them, you can actually adjust it to like your prescription.
Not sure on that one.
I thought one of the headsets you could like do something like you could have like a nearsighted or a farsighted like setting kind of thing. I thought, but I could be mistaken. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So that's it for what we've all been playing, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Let's go on to some news.
All right.
Battlefield 5 is going to have a battle royale mode.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yep. It does.
DICE is working on that right now. I mean, of course, like I don't even know what else to say about this. Like, this is like not news. Of course, it's going to have it. I'm actually going to skip a couple stories and go to Black Ops 4. So two things about Black Ops 4.
Okay.
We'll go with the one that is less interesting. It is rumored that Raven Software is working on a battle royale mode for Black Ops 4.
Okay.
Of course.
Which of course they are. I'm actually kind of interested that these two people are doing it, because if there's going to be like a really great battle royale mode, like these are like the shooter people, right? So
Yeah.
maybe these will be really cool. Maybe they won't. Who knows? I'm hoping there's some kind of twist.
Yeah. Agreed.
It also sucks that this is what Raven Software is doing, because they made a lot of games that I really like, and now they're making Call of Duty modes.
Yep. Agreed.
The more interesting news about Black Ops 4, though, is that it's not going to have a single-player campaign.
Yeah.
Which
That's a
that is-
bummer, because that's what I like about Call of Duty. I like those dumb
Is that-
campaigns.
Yeah, if, like all the Call of Duties, you like the campaign primarily?
That's the reason I play them. I don't play the multiplayer at all anymore.
Okay, well, but I'm sure you can agree that you're in the 1%.
Probably.
I know a lot of people that. I don't know. I know a lot of people that like the story mode, at least for Call of Duty.
Especially Black
yeah,
Ops specifically.
Yeah, but I know, of course, like most people are going to prefer the multiplayer.
Right. I'm sure there's a chart somewhere at Activision that says like number of players who play our campaigns versus the money we put into doing the campaign, and eventually it just crossed a certain point that they were like, nope, not worth it anymore.
I mean, they don't need to like hire Kevin Spacey to fucking do acting in it. They could just get no names and save money, but whatever.
Right. But yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
now they get to save even more money and
Yeah.
sit on multiplayer, which, I guess that's good. I guess it sucks for you, Paul, but I mean,
Whatever.
I'm sure
it's one less thing I'm gonna buy. It's fine.
Yeah, well, okay, sorry. Let me just finish my thought. The audience clearly wants just multiplayer, so this lets them put more resources into what the audience wants primarily.
I mean, as long as it's better.
Well, that's the thing, is like, do they want more multiplayer? Because they're still playing the old Call of Duties. They're not playing that new one, like, at all.
Correct. Well, not until it has a Battle Royale mode.
That's very true.
I was going to say, I wonder if this makes the game cheaper, but, like, of course not. It's going to be $60.
Totally, yeah.
Of course not. And there's going to be 8 different editions, and one's going to come with, like, a dirt bike or something this
and all
time.
the crates you can buy in the game and all that stuff. It's all there.
I was hearing some people were actually kind of bummed about this one because I heard that Black Ops actually had some of the more interesting campaigns.
Yeah, it did.
So,
yep.
Okay, what else do I got here? Platinum Games announced a mobile game that they're working on.
Is it a Battle Royale game?
No, I don't know. I don't think
be.
so. Yeah, sooner or later, all games will become like the game, the one game, and it's a Battle Royale game.
Why do we not have 1 versus 100? Like, good lord, it's the one Battle Royale game I want.
Sure,
Trivia.
That's true. We didn't know what we had
Until
and it
it's
slipped
gone.
through our fingers.
Yeah.
We did this to ourselves. We all should have like bought a whole bunch of Sprint, whatever they were advertising.
Yeah.
And said thank you to our 1 versus 100 overlords.
Yeah.
Man, God, 1 versus 100 was so good.
It was so good.
I was at like the perfect age because like it would start like an hour after I got home from school, and me and my buds who we would get on like a party chat anyway while we're playing different games. We all just party up and we play some 1 versus 100 and we make fun of the live action host who I don't even remember. And it's like, are we gonna get on? And it's like one of us gets in the 100 and that's the closest any of us ever made it. But it's like, oh shoot! Yeah, that was awesome. That was totally awesome. Okay, what was I saying? Platinum Games announces World of Demons. This game kind of just looks like Okami, but more of like a beat 'em up, or I should say like an action beat 'em up, kind of like a Devil May Cry-ish. Seems kind of cool. I hope it plays well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be free to play. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it looks
cool.
cool. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Okami, right?
Yeah, it's
like
yeah, a hack and slash looking game here.
And it seems like, I don't know if there's like co-op, but there's definitely like multiple characters that fight with you.
Well, here's the funny thing. If you look in the corner, it's basically got the exact same looking like element tree that Puzzles and Dragons has. And usually in Puzzles and Dragons, you have like a party. So I'm wondering if this is going to end up being like a kind of something like that.
That could just be like a weakness and whatnot tree. Oh no, you're right. It's exactly the same because they have the light and dark one too.
Yeah.
Well, are you thinking it's going to be like a gacha game?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's free to play.
It's hard to tell from these pictures, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Definitely.
Like it seems like there's one main character.
The other thing is they're not showing any like controls.
Well, I'm sure it'll be swiping, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh wait, now I see a monster and it says enhance. So now I'm thinking it might be a gacha game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, leveling up. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There are definitely different monsters and
weapon leveling up. Oh yeah, no, this screen's straight out of Puzzles and Dragons.
All right, so now I'm a lot less interested.
Yeah,
Cool.
It should be fine. Whatever. It's neat looking.
It's free. I'll probably give it a try because why not?
Yeah, for sure.
On a bummer note, I guess, for those who care, Dark Souls Remastered on the Switch has been delayed to summer, as well as the Amiibo.
That part's a bummer.
Did you have it pre-ordered? Now you're bummed that you gotta wait a few more months for your pre-order?
No, that's fine if they can fill more orders.
Well, you're just hoping, take all the time you need, get that Amiibo right,
Yeah.
and then release it when it's
Honestly,
like, good
kind of, because like after I saw what Dark Souls Remastered is, I kind of just don't care anymore because I have that game already. It's on PC.
Well, what did you think it was going to be?
Like anything changed at all.
Oh, okay. Oh, the PC, PS4, and Xbox One versions are still coming May 25th.
Yeah. Bummer for Switch users.
Yep. Pretty typical for Switch users. Like, what game comes out day and date on the Switch at all?
Very true.
Speaking of mobile games, Konami announced a Castlevania game for iOS. called Grimoire of Souls. It looks like it's trying to be like a normal Castlevania game. I have no idea how well that'll play with touch controls.
It says it's a 4-player cooperative game.
That's also kind of interesting. It's like
that's
what was the arcade game? Harmony of Despair?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's going to be like that.
I didn't play that one, but I heard it was bad.
It was okay.
It's very good, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
It depends on who you're playing with. You need multiple people to play it.
That's the thing, for sure.
It is going into closed beta in Japan, and no word yet on an international release.
I hope it gets at least off of iOS.
Yeah.
It might. It won't be for like 6 more months, though.
It looks cool from the screenshots they have, I guess.
I just hope the touch controls work for it, because those games are usually have pretty like demanding controls.
Mm-hmm.
Last one is Sega had a little press event, and they announced a Mega Drive Mini, a Genesis Mini.
Sure. Yep.
What I'm surprised is not many people are talking about this. So all I can think is like, is this just another one of those Sega Minis? Like they put one of those out every 6 months.
Yeah,
it's the same company.
Okay, so this is not actually like news.
Not really.
It would have been if it wasn't for the fact it's the same company.
Then that company, are you referring to At Games?
Yep.
Yeah, so they did the Sega Genesis Flashback HD last year, which I guess was trying to be like a mini, but no one cared for it. Do you know why? Why does nobody care for these ones?
I believe they're the ones that add like their own like cheap ass games onto them on top of the actual games you want it for.
Okay. So wait, wouldn't you isn't just getting more better, or are you saying like it's better if there's a curated list?
It's like they made homebrew games and put it on there basically.
Okay. But you could just ignore those, right?
You could, but like when they make up over half the content on there, it becomes a bit tricky.
Mm.
Well, I mean, like, okay, I'm trying to think, like, what's a better solution? If, let's say we have a Sega Mini, a Sega Genesis Mini, and it has the 15 games you want, okay? Let's say that. And then they have a Sega Genesis Mini, and it's got, I don't know, the 13 games you want, and 40 garbage games on top of that. Wouldn't the second one still be a better deal, a better option?
I mean, that's the thing, though. They could up the price because of the 40 shitty games, because they can claim 64 games on here or something like that.
Okay. I didn't know how much. Do you know how much the Flashback was?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I want to say $60.
Let's see. Sega Genesis Flashback HD. Amazon. That thing is going for $69. Nice. $78. Okay, so it looks about $70, $75 for 85 games and 4 controllers. Okay, well, I guess this isn't really news.
Yeah.
They did announce a couple other things there from what I remember.
Yeah, you didn't talk about Shenmue 1 and 2 being remastered and put out on new stuff.
Hey man, like, you didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to shut up.
That's why yeah.
The article talks about this one. What else do they do?
Honestly, it wasn't that big.
Shenmue was probably the biggest thing. Shenmue 1 and 2 getting re-released on PS4, Xbox, and Steam.
Was there not Switch? I thought there was a Switch one.
For Shenmue, I don't believe so.
No.
I thought that's what I heard.
There was an announcement for Switch Sega Ages where they're going to be porting a bunch of games there, including potentially Saturn and Dreamcast games in the future.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it even says not coming to Switch. Okay, I must have got those two stories mixed up.
That's fair. It was kind of a clusterfuck of information.
Yeah, and the thing I could tell, like, that no one really did care about it is I wasn't hearing, like, lots of big definitive information from this thing.
Yeah. So. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's go on to some questions. If you want to send questions, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, the Discord channel, and John's P.O. Box,
which had a lot in it.
Oh,
All right. Well,
Oh,
why don't
boy.
you start opening those? And
They're
Paul,
already
why don't
all
you
they're
take-
all open and ready to go.
Oh, do you want to just start then?
Either way.
Go ahead.
Let's just do the listed questions
Yeah,
first, because there's
fair
only
enough.
2 here.
Okay, Paul, do you want to take this first one?
yeah, from VGC Kenny. He has 2 questions. He says, to me, what is the most outrageous use of English you saw in Japan? There wasn't a whole lot of what I would call outrageous use. One of my favorite things was at a cat cafe. There was like a mugshot of one of the cats, and it says, please do not give this cat a cat food. And I was just like, that's so good. He just looked...
But see, that's difficult because that almost just sounds like someone would just type that like on a meme.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything like crazy. It seemed like those days of like English.com and those, like, I'm sure there were instances of just like weird uses of English there, but everything I saw was like obviously very corporate. They got a dude who speaks English to translate this. They didn't just use Google Translate. Like they have people that speak both languages now doing that shit.
Right. You have to remember they teach English in schools there.
Yeah.
And English is the #1 spoken language in the world.
Right.
So.
And honestly, the places that like didn't have any English at all just didn't have any English at all because it's Japan. So there weren't very many uses that were just like, oh, that's silly. I hear a lot of those that you see online are from China. Like in China, apparently, that's the place for all the crazy, like, hey, they got this wrong, or whatever. So.
Okay. Did you how did you try some Japanese?
What do you mean, like speaking?
Did you like try speaking
Just
Japanese?
basic.
To anyone?
Just basic
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
To Sean and John, my friend works at a movie theater, and a perk that seems to be grabbing whatever movie posters he wants. He got me a poster for a movie that I liked and saw opening night. As people who worked at a game store, what were some of the coolest things you got for free as employees?
Well, we weren't supposed to bring the posters home.
Right.
We weren't?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. That's why I was air quoting. Yeah, no, we totally brought a bunch of those home.
Yeah, because I definitely took home like promotional posters when they were like going in the garbage. I was like, can I have this stand-up of ODST guy from Halo ODST to put on my wall for some reason? Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, technically you're supposed to destroy all marketing materials, but that does not stop most people. Well, because people sell it. That's the problem. People used to sell it and ruined it for everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely didn't sell any of mine. I put it up on my wall.
Yeah.
And we definitely had a lot of like leftover like pre-order bonuses that for games that nobody cared about.
Yeah. So a lot of that junk like that.
Yeah.
A lot of weird comic books. I have like a Darksiders comic book, and I'm like, I don't even care about Darksiders. Why do I have this?
Right. I think Nathan ended up with like a weird sexy Bayonetta calendar.
He does.
Yeah.
For, like,
Yeah.
this year or something. And he was like, well, I like the game. I guess I'll take this. And it's like, okay, sure. I don't want it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yep. I'll do this next question. Senren Kagura Weeb asks, any series that you like that doesn't make sense for your personality?
For my personality. Okay.
Yeah.
What's my personality, I guess? Let me suss that out first.
Right.
I like a decent amount of anime games as somebody who doesn't love anime in general.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like, a lot of very weeby shit. I'm like, I can get into.
I used to watch a bunch of slice of life animes like Love Hina and some other.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
can't
you
remember.
did. No, I'm just.
What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
Oh, you know, love
fucking liar! How dare you like things like that? You only like American explosions.
True. American
I mean, I do
explosions
also really
are
like
bigger and better.
I do actually like American explosions. They're very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you saying you don't like your personality is anti slice of life?
I guess. Like, no, it's very like unfitting for what my I'm perceived as, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I guess I can see that, sure. I have absolutely no idea.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's dig into this pile. These are all from our mysterious sender.
Of course.
Okay.
Last time I checked the PO box was before PAX, and there was nothing there. And then I went, like, I guess it's been 3 weeks since I got back, and there was 10.
Oh.
So yeah,
Mail guy storing them for you.
I guess so. So here's the thing: he sent one of these taped, double-sided.
What does that mean?
So here's the thing: like, there's 2 pages taped together. They're on the outside. They're both the plot to the room, because it was the script to the room he's going to send us. But inside, it's just the same paper. It's just, game of the year, disappointing game of the year, surprising game of the year, et cetera, et cetera. So, like, there's no question or anything inside. He just taped these 2 together, and I don't know why.
It's part of the puzzle.
All right.
Put it on the board. Put some string on it.
Put string. Yeah.
Jeez. February 12th. Back in the 90s, a lot of different games were ported to the Game Boy that probably shouldn't have been, as most of these ports were absolute shit. Mm-hmm. Which of these popular games did not have a Game Boy port?
Ooh, okay.
6 options.
Okay.
A. Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
B. Street Fighter 2. C. Diablo 2. D. NBA Jam. E. The King of Fighters 95. And F. Battletoads and Double Dragon.
It's a hard list.
Yeah, that is, actually.
Because I know some of them that sound weird, they are there.
Okay. I guess I'll say Diablo 2, because the other ones...
See, that one seems so weird that I bet it's on the Game Boy.
I bet it could be, too, but, like, some of those I know for a fact, because I have played that version of that game, are there. So, that one... Yeah, I'm sticking with that one. That just seems weird.
Shot in the dark, the Battletoads one. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I knew the answer to this one immediately because I own the other 5. So Diablo 3 is the answer. Diablo 2 is the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Diablo. I thought that was a herring.
Yeah, okay. No.
C was the answer. Although funny enough, when picking a fake game, I googled Diablo Game Boy, thinking that there would be no way. But sure enough, there was a Diablo Game Boy game canceled project. So I put Diablo 2 on there instead to be sure.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right, that was from the February 12th. This is February 19th. Slightly nervous that none of the letters have been read yet, so I'm going to hold back the letters for a few weeks just in case you need reprints of the first few pages of The Room, which I hope you've been reading out.
Okay, that's what it is.
Again, I'm not reading them out because I have not seen The Room.
Oh, so you think he held it back and then he sent like 4? No, because he would have waited for us to read one, so that couldn't be the case.
Weird. All right.
This mail person is just storing mail.
All right, let's talk about a game that I recently found out Paul thinks is okay at best. Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah,
it is infamous for having long cutscenes, but how long really were the cutscenes? Total time of all cutscenes combined, give or take an hour.
Shit, I used to know this. It's like 90 minutes or something.
And the length of the longest cutscene in the game, plus or minus 15 minutes.
Okay.
Hint, the epilogues for back-to-back-to-back-to-back scenes is the longest cutscene I'm looking for.
It's got to be longer than 90 minutes, Paul. Isn't there like an hour-long cutscene in that game?
I want to say that last cutscene he's talking about is like 24 minutes.
That last cutscene is about half an hour.
Yeah. I want to say that's 24 minutes, so that's going to be my answer for that one.
I'm gonna stick with 30.
Oh, you don't know either?
I'm not reading it. I'm trying to play along too. I want to have fun. I don't want to read out all these fucking letters and get nothing out of this.
I didn't know if he like kept the answer right under the question or something.
The answer is right under the question, but I just didn't read it.
Okay,
you're just trying to. Okay,
fair enough.
I'm gonna say the total length. Then I'm gonna say 4 hours.
Whoa.
I think there's more than that because I remember playing through that game and it taking like 8 hours. But then I played through without cutscenes, and I did it in less than 2.
That is true. Yeah.
I know there's like an hour-long cutscene in there.
I did play through it without cutscenes and was like amazed at how little game there actually was. That's true.
I'm gonna say 6.
I'm gonna say 2.
Oh.
I'm gonna round my.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say 2 hours of cutscene, 24 minutes being the longest.
And I have no idea about the conclusion one, so.
I should have trusted my gut. All the cutscenes total up to around 8 to 8.5
Okay.
hours based on various
Wow.
sources. So if you guessed 7 to 9.5 hours, congrats. The longest cutscene, which again, multiple sources have slightly different answers for some reason, is 68 to 71 minutes.
Okay.
So
68.
never mind, it was way longer than I thought.
Yep.
So sit back, get some popcorn, and enjoy watching Metal Gear Solid 4.
That game is okay at best. And at worst, for whatever that's worth.
All right, February 26th. Since it's pretty late into the show, by the time you're reading this, don't forget to remind the viewers that Skype is helping you stay connected.
Yes, thank you.
Hopefully
Yep,
that
good.
meme is still relevant because today
It's
we're
not.
doing Skype trivia. Which of the following facts about Skype is true?
Oh,
Great.
this is great.
All right.
6 options. A, it was released in 2006. B, is available in over 100 languages. C, was acquired by Microsoft in 2011. D, was founded and created by Brits. E, still supports Windows XP. Or F, made Google Hangouts jealous when you guys switched from that service to Skype.
God damn it. All right.
I mean, that's
Hang on.
probably the true one
One of
there.
those is real?
One of those is real, which is weird because a lot of these are.
Yeah.
I think he's tricking us by changing the number on them slightly.
Well, I mean, he must be, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to say the language is one, but no. You know what? I bet you it still supports Windows XP because I have a Windows XP laptop, and every time I turn that fucker on, Skype turns on.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's a
Yep.
pretty good argument, so I'm going to go
Yeah.
with that.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just a thing for sure. I'm gonna go with you too on that one.
I'm surprised that it doesn't support 100 languages.
Yeah.
I'm sure F is probably true. No, I thought it supported 100. Well, that would have been my option answer if I didn't think about the XP thing.
Totally.
Oh, I'm sure F is probably true, but B, C, and E is definitely true. So B was available over 100 languages.
Yeah.
C was acquired by Microsoft in 2011,
Yeah.
and E was still supports Windows XP.
Okay. The only one I
as-
knew for
as-
sure was not the Brits one, because when I was in Estonia and on like a tour guide thing there, the first thing they say is, hey, guess what? Skype was invented from Estonians. That's like their claim to
Okay.
fame.
As for A and D, Skype was founded in 2003 by a Swedish and a Danish dude, and the software was made
What?
by some
I was told it
Estonians.
was Estonian dudes.
No,
Somebody's lying.
the software was made by some Estonians.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
there you go.
I hope you learned something about the service you've been violating the TOS of for the past few years.
I didn't realize we were supposed to pick multiple answers. That's my bad, I guess.
Yeah, I thought it was one answer
I
as
thought-
well.
Yeah. Okay. We're right.
Yeah, which of the following facts about Skype is true? That made
Damn.
it seem like there was only one.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, March 5th. Okay, you guys got the mail. And by you guys, I mean John. Now, before you forget, part 2 of the flower shop scene is on the back. Don't forget to savor it. So the PS2, that
Little
game...
doggy. That flower shop scene's great.
It's
when
pretty
she's
good.
like, "Oh, I didn't recognize you," and it's like, What? This guy looks like a vampire."
Now, so the PS2, that game console, sold a few units, had a few games. All joking aside, it made that console generation not even a race, seeing that more than 6 times the number of units of second place Xbox. How many games did it have, plus or minus 300?
Oh.
Bonus
fuck.
question. Bonus question. It lasted for so long that it had a major title released on it, PS2, PS3, and PS4 simultaneously. Which game was that?
Okay, that one has to be like a FIFA game.
Yeah, I agree. A soccer game of some sort, for sure.
Uh,
Say
Or like
Oh,
Just
you're-
Dance, maybe.
Yours
Because Just
would that have
Dance is
been?
out on everything.
I'm going to stick with FIFA as well.
Yeah.
PlayStation
Just-
4 was 2013.
I believe
That would be FIFA
unless
14?
I'm getting this Oh yeah, I guess we have to give a number, don't we? Didn't think of that.
That's my guess. FIFA 14.
How long has this generation even been going on? I don't even remember anymore.
This one, we're in year 5 because it came out in 2013.
Okay. Damn.
All right, how many games? Give or take 300.
So here's the thing, like one of either the PS1 or the PS2 has over 2,000 games, and I cannot remember which one of it is which. So I'm going to say 2,200 for
Gotta
PS2.
be PS2. I didn't know it was. I was gonna say like 1,500, but you said 2,000.
Yeah.
So I'll say, yeah, like 2,300. Yeah.
I'll take the low end and say 2,000 on the dot.
Okay.
All right.
Which game? You said Just Dance, right, Paul?
No, I agree it's FIFA, but I was just saying Just Dance is on everything as well.
I'll stick with FIFA as well. Oh, wow. Ready for the number? So what did I say, 22?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I missed it by 19. It was 2,519 games released for the dang thing.
So Sean got it then.
And somehow John has more than double that number of games. You clearly need that copy of High School Musical making the cut for the DS.
Totally.
As for the bonus, it was FIFA 14, the last PS2 game in South America.
Yeah,
got it.
Sense. Cool.
Yeah, can I have a dozen res roses, please? Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go. That's me. How much is it? It'll be $18. Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy. You're my favorite customer. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Bye. Johnny exits with the roses and gets in his car.
That scene makes no sense.
It's a great scene.
March 12th. I'm back again, whether you like it or not. Random tangent before my question. Have you ever mixed scotch and vodka? Just looking at the script and have never heard of that combo before.
Nope.
On to the question. Mario has the very iconic design of a red hat with an M, a mustache, white gloves, a red shirt, and blue overalls. Except it wasn't always a red shirt and blue overalls. It used to be different colors. What was the old color scheme, and which game did they change it to the current design with? Note that I'm talking about official art, as the sprites varied game to game in the 8-bit era especially.
Official art, okay.
Oof.
I don't know.
I want to say, okay, Mario 2 on the front cover, he's wearing white and red, right?
I don't know.
And he's like brown and red on the NES?
See, that's what I was going to say is brown overalls and red.
I'm thinking it's Mario 2. No, because the official art for Mario... I think it's Mario Bros. To Super Mario Brothers. I think that's going to be the answer, because Mario Bros. He has a different color scheme. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong.
I have no idea.
I'm going to say Super Mario 3.
He used to have his clothes inverted. He had a blue shirt and red overalls until Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
Despite his sprite in Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Odyssey may have helped with that, now that I think about it.
Cool.
I was thinking wrong, because in Mario Bros, I'm pretty sure he has a different outfit. His colors are off in that one too.
Wait, how does Odyssey fit into this?
Odyssey has a bunch of throwback outfits to other games, including that combo.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Hi, babe. These are for you. Thanks, honey. They're beautiful. Did you get your promotion? Nah, you didn't get it, did you? March 19th. Undertale has been confirmed for the Switch. It lives forever. Seriously, it's the new Skyrim at this point. I hope the amended nominations can be applied retroactively, because you totally consider them for your community poll. So it says Undertale Switch, Undertale Switch, Undertale Switch, Undertale PC for 2018's 2015 Game of the Year, and then it's Switch for the rest.
Okay. All right.
Noted. The Stanley Parable was a marvel of a game, one that wanted you to break the game and try stupid shit to fully explore it. It also had some dumb achievements, like to not play the game for 5 years, or to try and click on door 435 times. However, there was one infamous number that was a part of many button-related jokes in the demo and the game. There was also an achievement for pushing this button many times that was just this number repeated over and over again. What was this number? It's on the flip side, since there's no room left here.
I don't remember.
Guess what? I know the answer to this because it's one of my stream alerts.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't remember, so I give up. I don't know.
7? I don't know. Or 8. I'm gonna say 8.
8.
Okay.
8.
Okay. Cool.
March 26th. If you hi Bagel.
Oh, hi, Bagel.
Hello, buddy. Oh, hi Bagel.
Hi, Bagel.
Hi, buddy.
I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I didn't recognize you.
You're my
Okay,
favorite cat.
now I recognize you.
You're my favorite cat. I need you to move, buddy. Get that butt out of here. Oh, he's totally gonna take down my recording, aren't you? Oh God. All right. What did you open? What did you open, Bagel? Take your browser to the next level. Thanks. All right, March 26th. If you're wondering, the page of pure script goes right before this letter. It's the end of Chocolate Lovers, followed by I definitely have breast cancer. Everyone knows Pong. 2 lines and a dot is all you needed back in 1972. I love how many companies tried to make Pong consoles and the variations they would make. 1 paddle is tennis, 2 paddles is hockey, 3 paddles is soccer, solo mode squash, etc. Hi, Bagel. You're about to jump on my head, aren't you?
He's like, yep. Or not.
Thinking about it.
Nope.
He's psyching you
Maybe.
out.
Yep.
There it is.
Atari made it so popular even though it wasn't theirs to begin with. Which company did Nolan Bushnell steal this idea from?
Sorry, what was the idea? Pong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, buddy.
I'm gonna say IBM. I have no idea.
Ow, ow. Damn. Sorry, I apologize if my
Because I think
audio
Steve
gets a little
Jobs
weird. I have a
worked
cat
at
on my back.
IBM, and I remember they were making games. That's my only thought.
I'm trying to think of other companies that would have been around that time, even that were big.
I honestly don't know either.
I think IBM's a good guess. I'll double down with you on that one.
All right, the answer. It was from Magnavox. They ended up making their own console, the Magnavox Odyssey, and sued Atari. Since Atari couldn't afford to defend themselves, they settled out of court.
Right, okay.
All right, 2 pages left.
All right.
Okay, he's written in instead of all the other systems: Jaguar, 32X, SNES, PlayStation 3DO, Saturn, GBA, Xbox, Xbox 360, PS3. But he scratched out like Vectrex and a bunch of other stuff here. Ooh, let's do more game. Undertale, Game of the Year.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, let's do more gaming history today. Many gamers know that the Philips CDI is an abomination. However, it didn't have to be this way. Nintendo partnered with them to create a CD-ROM-based add-on for the SNES, but only after backstabbing a certain company. That leads to a pretty easy question for this week. How many stars are in Super Mario 64?
Oh. All right, that threw me off.
120.
Yeah, is it 120? Okay.
120. Also, as you can see by the date at the top, that it's April Fool's Day +1, so I had to do something extra like a misnomer. Real question. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Of the many console ports of Doom, which 2 do not have any music during gameplay?
N64 and
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. The options are the ports of Undertale, which I would have made actual answers instead of jokes the first time with more foresight. So the Jaguar version of Doom, 32X, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, 3DO, Saturn, GBA, original Xbox, 360, and PS3.
So N64 is not even on there.
Nope.
Oh, I guess that's technically Doom 64. So there's that.
I have no idea.
Well, I know the don't have any music during gameplay.
Super Nintendo.
I know that 32X does. I think you're right about the Super Nintendo one.
I'm pretty sure all the disc-based systems have it.
Yeah.
Because that was the problem. They used WAV files. Like, they used huge files back then. which was the problem.
I thought the GBA one did too. I'm actually not sure what the second one would be.
I'm sorry to do this to you. Can you go through the consoles one more time that he listed?
The Jaguar, 32X, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, 3DO, Saturn, GBA, Xbox, 360, PS3.
I'm going to say the PS3 version.
Right. Makes sense.
Yep.
I'm going to stick with the GBA and Super Nintendo ones. That's my answers.
The answer's written on the next month's. If I had more foresight, I would have put the answer on the damn letter. It was the Jaguar and GBA versions, with the GBA version being a port of the Jaguar version.
Oh, weird. Okay. I didn't realize that was a port of the Jaguar version. Huh. Had I known that, it would have thrown me off even more. So,
you guys like words starting with P, right? Paul, perspective, Pokemon, Price is Right. Let's combine them. Paul and Sean, who are on the top 10 perspective, are going to compete in a Price is Right style competition where you guess how many Pokemon each generation of games had. Note that it includes previous generations. Example given, Gen 3 includes Gen 1 and Gen 2 monsters in the number.
Crap.
And it's the closest without going over.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find a pen.
Okay.
I found a pen, so I can mark this down here.
Okay.
Cool. All right, guys. Gen 1, how many Pokemon are there without going over?
151.
Yeah, 151.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was a free one. Gen 2.
I'm trying to remember. I used to actually know this number, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I used to know this number, and then the other ones I don't know the number.
Totally, yeah.
I'm gonna say, without going over, 230.
Okay. I'm gonna say, shit. I'm gonna say 152.
You think there's one more Pokemon? Are you?
Well, no. He's going Price is Right rules. So
are you $1 ruling?
Yeah, I'm $1 rolling on him.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but Sean was correct. 230. The actual answer was 251.
Oh, okay.
I should have one-upped him. Okay. I thought it was a little bit lower.
Okay, no, I like that you're telling us how much after each one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, our like final number is going to be like 400 off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Gen 3.
I have to not look at the chat because as they catch up, they're giving us the answers, so I gotta hide that.
Oh, are you reading chat?
I had it open, but I'm noticing they're catching up to us. Okay,
I find
Gen
it's
3.
just easier if you Google the answer. Just faster.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. John actually sent me a picture of this quiz beforehand, so I have it written on my palm.
Cool.
Gen 3, guys.
All right, we're starting at 251.
Yep.
Maybe I'll answer first this time, so I can't just one-up you every time.
Okay, sure.
Let's alternate.
Go ahead.
Just
yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna say 375.
I'm gonna say 330.
Okay.
I'm gonna try not to just $1 at each time.
Yeah.
All right. Closest without going over was Paul, who said 375. 386 was the answer.
Oh,
they added a lot.
Shit.
I know there's one generation where they only added like 80 or 90.
Yeah.
I just don't know which one it is. That's why I just keep going up by like 80. So what are we at? 385?
386.
We're at 386. Okay, Gen 4.
Okay.
Gen 4.
I think this might be the generation they only added.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, 450. Gen 4, that's
I'm going to be the scumbag, 451. I'm going to...
Sure. That's probably the smart way to go, yeah.
Because that was the smart way to go. Paul gets that one. 493.
They added more than 100 again, so that wasn't the one.
They added 107.
Huh.
Okay,
Gen
493. 5. Okay, 493.
Starting at 493, Gen 5.
Which one's Gen 5 again? Like, what colors?
That should be black and white.
Yeah. Black and
Okay,
white.
this one actually I think might be that one. So,
What are we on right now? Gen 6?
Gen 5.
we're on Gen 5.
No. Like, what's the after black and white? It goes.
Oh, we're on Gen 7.
Okay.
You're forgetting X and Y.
I am forgetting X and Y. Okay.
I'm sorry, and what was the last number that we had?
493.
493. Okay. I'm gonna say 560.
Yeah, I think this might be the small one as well, so I'll do 561.
Yeah, that's smart.
Well, point goes to Sean because neither of you were close. 649.
Oh, what?
This was the gen that added the most Pokemon.
Okay, so all right. So what are we at now?
649.
649. Okay, then I'm gonna do 710.
You're gonna do 710?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do 711.
Well,
Because I think
very boring.
Well, I think it's like if you're off by like 5, right? I don't want to go over either.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are playing this real safe. Again, Paul gets this one.
Okay.
711 was your guess. 721 was the actual answer.
That's the thing.
There's the small one.
I was gonna guess like maybe 750 or something. Gotta play it
X
safe.
and Y added the least.
Okay.
And last but not least, Gen 7 starting from 721.
Here's the weird thing about Gen 7 is they keep adding them.
Oh, okay. I actually know nothing at all about Gen 7, so I'm gonna take the stab in the dark and say, you know what? Let's just round it to 810. 810.
What's the number? What are we at again? 7.
You're starting at 721.
I'm gonna say 810.
Okay. I'm gonna say 820.
Yeah, I have no idea at all.
You both went over.
Wow,
Really?
what?
Should we guess again?
800.
Well,
yeah, technically, if we're doing Price is Right rules, you would guess again.
Okay,
go ahead, Paul.
805. I'm gonna cut the difference because I heard him say 800.
I didn't even hear that.
You got the 50-50 going higher or low.
I got 50-50. Yeah, I guess I'll go. God, how many? I guess I'll go 800.
Okay, so you're taking lower.
Yeah, Paul got it. It's 807.
Oh, fuck.
So let's see here. Whoa, the fuck was that?
Sorry, my bad. That was me sneezing.
Bless you.
That was a dog barking.
It did sound like a dog barking. All right, I'm gonna open up
away.
chat. Oh yeah, sure enough, chat had the numbers perfectly on the money. Probably before.
Also, Googling.
That's true.
All right, so that means point-wise, Sean got 1, 2,
I think Paul definitely won that one.
3.
I think we're
Yep,
even.
and yeah, Sean got 3, and Paul got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are we on Gen 7?
You guys both got number 1 correct.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Bonus question for John, ripped straight from Throne Controllers. Which Pokemon is Dex number 658? If it's literally the question I had in Throne Controllers, it's Greninja.
Does he have the answer there? I'll take your word for it.
He literally says Google the answer.
God damn it. Pokedex 658?
658.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
There you go.
All right. Is that it for letters?
Finally through them all.
All right. Thanks, mystery person, for sending those in. Thanks, everyone. Again, if you guys want to send questions for next week, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, the Discord channel, and John's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week? Mine's Assassin's Creed Origins.
Puzzle Fighter Mobile.
Magical Drop 3.
Nice.
Paul, did you end up playing Adventure Pals?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Nothing great?
Yeah, it's kind of a boring platformer with a lot of charm.
Okay. Heads up, tonight's the last night to submit games for May's TDP poll if you're a $10 backer on the Patreon. Tomorrow morning when I edit the podcast, I will be closing down that and putting up the poll. So if you're listening to the audio version of this, go vote on the poll for what we play next month. Do you guys want to say which games you're going to be putting on the poll?
Sure. I put on Celeste.
It's a good game.
I put Iconoclasts.
I'm going to put the Swords of Ditto, Sword of Ditto, whatever it is, plural or not.
Nice.
So if you're a $10 backer and the audio version is not up yet, get your submission in. Otherwise, you got to wait another month. So that'll do it for this episode. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.